A dual display laptop that's only 16mm slim, only weighs 1.6 kilos, and has 16 hours of video playback live. It's 2021 and the future is here in our brand new ZenBook Duo 14. I'm sure you agree those are impressive specs, but you might be wondering, what's the point of having a second display in a laptop though? Well, let me show you. I'm sure we've all been there. Lots of open apps, browser tabs, overlapping app windows, resizing apps again and again, trying to fit everything together, all tabbing back and forth. This can get pretty annoying and hold you back and make you feel almost claustrophobic on ultra-portable laptops. With our 14-inch ZenBook Duo, you have 50% more screen space with you, anywhere, without having to carry or set up an extra monitor. More and more customers are realizing the benefits of having that extra screen space, especially when working and studying from home. In 2020, in most countries worldwide, around 1 in every 5 ZenBooks we sold was a ZenBook Duo with a second display. The brand new 2021 models like this one are even better, with the ScreenPad Plus, the second display, being tilted to a nice angle, plus a couple of upgrades and improvements. Windows recognizes the ScreenPad Plus as a second monitor, so you can drag and drop any app over, or merge both displays into one large one. For video editing, for example, toolbars, previews, and materials are always competing for screen space. With a ZenBook Duo, you can edit videos by placing the timeline on the ScreenPad Plus, so now you can have the whole main display to view and work on the actual video in full resolution. When editing pictures or other assets, you can place reference material, filters, and source files on the ScreenPad Plus as well, to avoid having to switch between folders when editing photos. This is even more convenient and fun when using a stylus. Even something as simple as showing multiple files and folders, local and in the cloud, is a common multitasking scenario we notice our customers are using frequently. When modeling and editing 3D files, again, reference assets, images, and material and textures can be placed on the ScreenPad Plus, which frees up the main display to see your model in full size without any distractions. When writing or editing articles or presentations, you usually need space for files, photos, graphs, or videos that you plan to use as a reference or plan to embed in the article or presentation itself. On a ZenBook Duo, you can keep those references visible on the ScreenPad Plus, so you can quickly cross-check anytime without going crazy on the Alt tab. When working and studying from home, chat and call apps often block part of the screen, but you want to have other files open to read and watch and have a separate chat window maybe. With a single display, having this all shown at once means content is squeezed together and often hard to still read. On a ZenBook Duo, you can multitask at full speed and still view the entire video call. And that's not all. We fine-tuned our Screen Expert companion app to make the most of the second display. We completely revamped the UI of the ScreenPad Plus Control Center, which is now much more snappy, intuitive, and convenient to use. The Screen Expert bar on the left now has a set of handy quick access shortcuts and can be minimized to a small button you can drag to anywhere on the ScreenPad Plus. You can dock the Screen Expert bar to the left, bottom, or right side of the ScreenPad Plus so it doesn't overlap or interfere with other apps you want on the ScreenPad Plus. And you can even hide the control bar and button completely. We also added a light mode and a dark mode. So if you choose dark mode on your browser or in Windows, you can now match the UI of your ScreenPad Plus to your overall look on your system. We also made it easier and more convenient to flick windows from the main screen to the ScreenPad Plus and back. You simply touch a window and then flick it down or up to move it from one display to the other. We even added an option to let you turn the entire ScreenPad Plus into a massive touchpad with a simple 3-finger tap. This is really useful for anyone with a stylus as well, such as our ASUS Pen, which is compatible with all 2021 ZenBook Duo models. You can think of it as a built-in digital drawing board, essentially. Our new and improved task group feature lets you capture and restore how you arranged multiple app windows on the main display and ScreenPad Plus. Creating and switching between your own group of apps is now quicker and more intuitive, so you can create one profile and one group of apps for, let's say, a video call, another for your lunch break, and another for doing emails. Remember those examples I showed for different scenarios earlier of how much better everything looks with ScreenPad Plus? You can create a profile for each of those basically, capture which app sits where. And you can then switch between all of them with the press of a single shortcut button, back and forth. Basically a super Alt-Tab shortcut that doesn't just switch between individual apps, but different groups of apps. You can now also access Link to My ASUS straight from the ScreenPad Plus, so you can make or receive phone calls via your paired phone from the comfort of your laptop. And finally, my personal favorite. Based on feedback and close cooperation with some of our power users and creators, we added a new app, the ScreenPad Plus Control Panel. Using the ScreenPad Plus, you can now create your own fully customizable virtual deck of sliders, buttons, and dials that can be programmed to perform almost any function in apps such as Photoshop, Lightroom Classic, Adobe Premiere, and After Effects. Each of those apps comes with its own unique deck that launches together with the Adobe suite you run. You can customize the deck for each of these apps to any layout you want and can assign pretty much any function to a button, dial, or slider. And we're working out the details on how to open up our control panel to third-party developers so they can add support as well. I can't wait to see support added for open source broadcasting and streaming apps, for example. With all these new tools and upgrades, the goal is to let our users unleash their full creativity. And what's new under the hood in our 2021 ZenBook Duo 14? Thanks to the ScreenPad Plus tilting up, we get a much better viewing angle and touch angle and a nice cooling boost. And yes, both displays are touch enabled and support styluses like our ASUS Pen. By combining both ErgoLift and AAS Plus, we're able to reduce the visual gap between both displays. The 2021 ZenBook Duo 14 is naturally based on Intel's latest and most powerful 11th gen CPUs with AIPT, which boosts performance by over 40% compared to a standard 11th gen laptop. The 2021 ZenBook Duo 14-inch is also Intel Evo certified, which is Intel's latest standard for next-gen ultra portables. It comes with 32 GB of high-speed 4266 MHz memory and a fast 1 TB SSD for storage, which you can upgrade later on. And besides powerful Intel Iris Xe graphics, there's an option for an NVIDIA MX450 GPU as well, which is twice as fast as the MX250 in the 2020 model. Connectivity-wise, you get 2 Type-C ports with Thunderbolt 4 and a full-size USB Type-A. You also get a full-size HDMI port, so you don't have to bring or borrow a dongle or adapter to connect to TVs, projectors, monitors, USB flash drives, and so on. It also comes with a 3.5mm audio combo jack and a microSD reader to top things off. And based on popular demand, we tweaked the keyboard layout of the 2021 ZenBook Duo 14-inch, which now matches that of the Pro Duo 15-inch with a spacious right-shift key. It also comes with high-speed Wi-Fi 6 with ASUS Wi-Fi Master Premium for ultra-fast internet connections. Despite all these upgrades, we actually managed to make the ZenBook Duo 14-inch around 15% slimmer and 50 grams lighter. It comes in at 16.9mm and only 1.6 kilos, which is very similar to high-performance laptops with a single display only. Every 2021 ZenBook Duo 14 will come with its own foldable laptop stand that you can attach to the bottom of the chassis and then fold it up for even better viewing and typing angles. With the latest Microsoft Pen protocol MPP 2.0, you can also hold the ASUS Pen at almost any angle and write more naturally. It also has a lower response time and higher pressure sensitivity for very realistic brushstrokes. That's a bundle option as well, the ASUS Pen. And it works on the main display and on the ScreenPad Plus. And there's a nice sleeve bundle option as well, which has a little pouch up here. We can slide in the ASUS Pen just like this. There's also an option for a backpack bundle, you see right over here, that comes with ZenBook 14 2021 versions. I think you're beginning to see a trend here of why more and more people chose one of our ZenBook Duo laptops. This isn't just a gimmick. The ScreenPad Plus, the second display, really does improve your workflow, saves you time, and lets you work more comfortably, keeping an eye on everything. If you want to know more, there's a second part to this video. Think of it as the director's cut, where we go into more details and explain how we managed to squeeze so much tech and innovative features into this powerful multitasking powerhouse, our 2021 ZenBook Duo 14.